Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for Martin for this invitation. It's so good to be here to share with you guys what happened with me. And I am always happy when I have the opportunity to tell the people what happened in my life. As you can see in the slide, that is my family. I'm a mom, a wife, a daughter, also a grandma, and I didn't know that it was so good. And I'm a miracle, and I'm here to tell you what happened with me in details. Okay. First of all, I would like to tell you not first what happened when I had the hemorrhagic stroke, and I would like to start telling you how I was before this, because I want to tell you how I am now to help you to understand what changed in me. Because what happened is that, well, let's translate that. When people saw me this way, they look me how I am right now, as you see me. They only think about the miracle that happened in my body, in my mind, how I am very good, not that side effect or whatever. But I am here to tell you what changed inside, not only in my body, in my spirit, okay? That's the main goal here, okay? And I'm glad that you're here to listen. Thank you so much for this time for you and for me. As was told, in 2014, I was in a typically Brazilian party in Provo. We have a big Brazilian community in Provo. I'm from Brazil, and we are always together with the community Brazilian. And we had a typically Brazilian party. And I was dancing with my husband. And suddenly I felt something very different that I never felt before. I always try to explain to people that it was like a knife. It was sticking in my brain and twisting, but it was like hot knife. Yeah. We were in the hot knife, correct? So this kind of feeling or pain made me vomit, and I just fell down on the floor. And what happened is that they, in a rush, took me to the hospital, Intermountain in Provo. And there in the hospital, they discovered that I had 2 veins blast, and I was took to an emergency surgery. And the doctor, hi, my friend, I didn't see you. And the doctor told my husband and my bishop that was with my husband, because when this happened, we were here only 10 or 11 months, and our English was not so good. So our bishop was with my husband at the hospital to be a translator to him. And the doctor told to my husband is over there. And told to the bishop that I will be in a surgery. But the main problem for my husband and my bishop, as they told me, was the doctor said it will be a long surgery. But few minutes after, the doctor come back, and my husband told me that he thought, oh my gosh, she died. They told that the surgery will be very long. What happened? Why he is here? And then the doctor told to my husband and my bishop that they opened my skull. How can you say this? Sorry, my accent, people. I hope you can understand. They opened my skull, and the doctor said that they found my brain totally bleeding because of 2 veins, and there was nothing they could do to help me, and that I was dying in few hours. And then in that situation,
I think
my
so.
bishop translate to my husband, and my husband asked to my bishop to ask to the doctor if he could give me a blessing. Well, the doctor told to my husband that nothing that he could do will change my condition because I was dying. And my husband asked him for three times. He insists. And the doctor at the third time told him, well, you can give her a blessing. But if things change, it will be a miracle because if she didn't die tonight, she will not be the same person that you know because of the brain is very damaged. She will be in her bed for forever if she did not die. Well, he gave me the blessing and I was in coma. And now I want to tell you what I really was in coma. When I woke up of the stroke of the coma, a lot of memory woke up with me. The first person that I saw when I opened my eyes was a nurse, my best friend, and my husband with my youngest daughter. She was 8 years old. And the other one was 15, and the oldest was in Guatemala serving as a missionary, IANDS missionary. He was 18. And when I saw them, I started speaking. And I was only telling, I saw my dad. I saw Jesus. I was repeating this with a lot of difficulty because I realized that speech was very difficult for me when I woke up from the coma. And they probably thought that it was a delirium or something like this because I was only speaking this, but after, while I was in the hospital, I stayed in the hospital in the recovery center for 40 days. I had the opportunity to tell to my husband, he was the first one that I started speaking to him. And then after my husband, I started speaking to my other families, what I want to share with you. When I woke up, I remember something very amazing. I remember that I was looking to a room. I was trying to find English words to explain. So be patient with me, sorry. But I was in the hospital looking to something. It looks like a team of doctors working in someone laid down on the bed. And the most important thing I want you don't forget when you leave here is that in this moment, I wasn't feeling anything bad, anything. I was feeling very good. And I remember that I was feeling like if I was in a very normal situation. I wasn't afraid. I was afraid. I wasn't feeling anything. When I looked to the doctors working with that person laid down, it took a time for me to realize that that person was me. It was very different because let me see if I can explain why I was so different. When I look to the mirror, I only see something straight, and I look to my image. Do you have the mirror? But that woman, I was looking if was in 3D. That's why I was so different. What I saw in the mirror, what I always see in the mirror, and then something very good is that even realizing that that woman was me, I still peace. I was not afraid and I was not feeling anything bad. It's not like this Hollywood movie. Oh my God, I'm dying. No, I was in peace. I looked to me, I realized that that one was me, and I'm still in peace. I was feeling so good. I was feeling so, I don't have any other better word than peace, but maybe I could tell you that I was feeling like it wasn't something new. It was something that I knew. I don't know how. But in a few moments in that situation, I saw a big, beautiful, bright light in the feet of the place I was laid down. And in that place, I saw my dad. He died 17 years ago with cancer. But what I saw in the light was not my dad that died, was 74 years old, totally very, very bad because of the cancer. That man was the man that I remember when I was 78. He was totally good. But there was something in his face that I never saw in this life. And I'll never forget it. It was 11 years ago, but I'll never forget it. And I felt something very good coming from him to me. I don't know exactly what it was. Today, after many, many times thinking about it, I conclude that it was his love for me. Something was bothering us, something that came from him to me. And he opened his heart and he spoke with me. But
Yes.
he never used his mouth. His mouth never moved. He spoke with me in my brain. He spoke with me with his eyes and my eyes. And he called me daughter. And he opened his
I
eyes.
think that's the best thing I can do.
And I felt so good. I felt his love. It was so good. Well, I don't speak with him with my mouth too, because probably I didn't have a mouth that time because I was on the spirit. And I spoke with him with my mind too, because I only say, Dad, I love you, but I'll stay here with her. And I would tell him, her, I was showing me, but I don't know why I refer him as her. Because I looked to that woman, it looks like I wasn't that one. I don't know why I felt so different from that person that was laid down. I don't have any other memory about this. When I thought this, when I talk or I say this in my mind to my dad, I don't have any other memory, but something keep in my mind about this experience. And I want to tell you. Well, in this earth, we listen people talking about our seven senses, correct? I can guarantee that you, as a spirit, probably have 7,100 senses because I felt this thing. When I was in that room, I felt the room. Okay, I'm here in front looking to you guys. I can see that man. I can see here, I can see a little here. I cannot see my back because my eyes are here and I look here. But in that room, I was feeling the room and I was looking to the whole room. And I don't know how to explain this in a different. Okay, the other memory that I had, and then I woke up about Jesus. Some people tell me, well, did you go to Coma? Did you go to the other side? They always ask me this. And I have the answer, no. No, because what I saw, I was in the hospital, looking to the surgery and looked to my father in a hospital room. The next memory that I had was not so good like this. I felt that I was back to my body and I was alone in a room and I don't know how I was alone, but I was conscious. I was aware that I was back to my body and I was feeling very bad. I felt something through my, like a rock or a piece of wood through my, how can I say this? Throat. Thank you guys. It was horrible. I was feeling something that was, I couldn't, I couldn't, breathe. Thank you. And I was feeling a lot of pain in my head, and I was feeling a lot of cold, especially in my feet. And I remember that I felt that I was dying, and I remember I am in a hospital dying alone. What is going on? And then I start praying desperately because I thought, I saw my death. I am in the hospital. I'm feeling that I'm dying. I am dying. And I start praying. And then, while I was this way in this hospital room alone, I felt a powerful presence in my left side of the bed. Powerful presence is the best way that I can describe what I was feeling. I felt that was something in my left side, very powerful, and something was there. And I remember that I thought, I think the Lord sent me an angel to help me in this moment. It was the first thing that I thought when I felt that powerful light thing in my left side. And I remember that I tried with all my strength to look and see what was going on there. I don't know if my spirit or my body opened the eyes. I cannot tell you, I don't know. But I saw something. And what I saw for the first time was two amazing eyes that I never saw before. It was like if he had flames in his eyes. It was like fire in his eyes. It was amazing eyes. And then I saw a man, and I thought it was an angel that is with me. I don't know if he's coming to take me or if he will help me. Well, he spoke with me. He spoke with me, and when he spoke with me, the first thing that he spoke in my mind, I was surprised because, again, he never used his mouth. He spoke in my mind. And the first thing he told me was, we are very glad with your missionary. I said, what? He's talking about his son. And I was aware that he was talking about my son suffering in Guatemala. And the second thing surprised me a lot. He told me, you have a very faithful husband. Because of this, he will see some miracle in his life. And he took my hand, only the left hand. He took my hand, my left hand. And then he told me for 3 times the same thing. He told me, everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. For 3 times. And while he was speaking this in my mind, something happened. I'll try to explain. When I wrote my book, I wrote this a million times and put it in the trash because it was difficult to explain, but I found the way that I could explain it. And I want to tell you what I wrote in my book. I felt there's something coming from him to me, but it was something so strong that it was like something physical, something coming from him to me. It was warm. I never forget this. It was warm. It was surrounding me. And I felt it was like a blanket covering me. But I couldn't see nothing. I just felt. And when I felt this, something that I thought made me a lot of surprise. Because when I felt this, I thought, this is not nature. This is his love for me. That is the love he has for us. That's why he died for us. This is Jesus. This is not an angel. And I start speaking in my mind, Jesus, stay with me. It's you, Jesus, stay with me. I'm dying. And he only repeats, everything will be all right. Took in my left hand. And I felt nothing better anymore. Everything. The cold, the pain, everything. It was like if I was totally different. And then I start imploring. Do you have this word, imploring? Imploring. Stay with me, Jesus, stay with me. I knew your love. This is your love. I knew your love. Thank you for showing me your love. But I don't have any other thing. This is the last thing that I remember about this situation. So when people ask me, did you went to the other side? I say, no, the other side came to me. Both of them. My dad in the hospital and Jesus in the hospital. And after I woke up of the coma, something was making me crazy. Do you know what it is? I was thinking, why Jesus took my left hand, not my right hand? I was crazy for this and praying for this. Because I say, well, the scripture says that the good will be in the right side. Jesus' problem is in the right side of our Father. Why he took my left hands? It was making me crazy. And I was praying for this for many months. And after 8 months, I woke up of the coma. I realized and I discovered what happened. Well, our accounting asked us to pick up a kind of record from the hospital for our tax return. It's those stuff that I don't understand, sorry. And they told me, your husband cannot have your record. You have to come yourself. I said, that's okay. I was in the ultimatum and I took the 22-page of record. Everything was there since the moment that I entered in the emergency center. And I sit on the hospital and I start reading that. And you don't have any idea what I realized, what I discovered. First day, patient, okay, they say, detector, hemorrhagic stroke, took the surgery, blah, blah, blah. Then second day, patient is in coma. We realize that her body responds to the test that we make for pain. The right side responds promptly, the left side permanent inert. The third day, we realized that the patient took the test for movement on her body. The right side responds promptly. The left side stayed inert. Do you have idea what I felt when I read this in the hospital? I was crying like a crazy there. Some nurses came to help me to see if I was having some problem. And I was laughing and crying at the same time to them, telling Jesus, Jesus, I know what happened. Now I know why Jesus took my left side. And do you know, he left me with something that I have for me to never forget what happened. This, I don't feel this. Sometimes I hurt and I don't feel. I don't feel this. But all the others, everything and everything, as you can look at me, is perfectly good. Do you know why? Because these things still happen. After I woke up and after I returned to home, I thought, what I can do with this? And I thought, I have to keep this in secret. This is so sacred. I cannot tell this to anybody, only my family. I cannot tell this to anybody. This is so sacred. But after many times, I was in the temple and Jesus spoke with me again. And do you know what he told me? My dear friend, Vania, what is secret? What is sacred? Not to have to be secret. I gave your life back. You have to help people to believe in those things. So I started to speak with my son. He was a social media. Uh, he studied at university here, and he was very good in social media. And he said, "Mom, let's put in your YouTube channel in Portuguese, English, and Spanish. You have to tell this to everybody." And then now I have almost 5 people in this channel. I have the book, and I'm trying to live in a way that I can always be in situation like this. I always want to tell to everybody what happened with me. But do you know, some people in my channel, they laugh me, they call me liar, they tell me a lot of bad things. But there is a lot of others that tell me a lot of good things, and they are helping me too. I thought I would help them with my channel or my book, but they are helping me too a lot. They are sharing with me some miracles they did too. And if I know that it will happen, I will be very glad. I would make this soon. And that's why I told you that I'm very glad to be here, brothers and sisters, friends. I don't know what you believe, but we are all sons and daughters of the same God. And we have a lot of religions in this world, but we only have one Savior for all religion, because He's the only one. He is the one that brought me back. And my mission now is to try to help people to come close to Him, to be better. Because the Vania that I was before was not so happy, so grateful, so glad. When I woke up in the morning, I said, my gosh, I have another day. What I can do today to help people, to help my family, to love people, and to try to help people to understand what is the love of Jesus. I'm trying to love my husband, family in the same way, but it's so difficult. But I'm trying. That's why I'm here sharing with you. That's why I'm sharing this with you. I would love to know if you want to answer me something, you can.
I have a question.
Okay?
You said that when you saw your father,
Yes.
but you look at him and also to Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see as his eyes, what was the difference? As I imagine that you felt along with your father. You say that you felt something. Was there a big difference between that?
The love of my father and the love of Jesus?
Or only the intensity?
Okay. Well, the love that I felt of my father was something that's very good thing coming from him to me. And it was something that was a kind of bound, this is correct word? Always. But what I felt about Jesus that I told you, it was something like physical, a blanket, a warm, something. Well, it was something physical. My father was something emotional. That is the main difference. Jesus was something physical, and my father was something emotional. I was feeling happy, I was feeling good, and I realized that, oh my God, this is the love of my dad coming to me. But Jesus was something physical that surrounding. I felt like it was something in my covering my body. I think that is the main difference. And I think that this kind of love made me realize that he was not an angel. Because I didn't realize he was Jesus before feeling this kind of love that I felt. Did I answer?
Yes. Well.
And I love the story. And that part where Jesus talks to you about your son, did he say any more? Did he elaborate?
Nothing. He only said, we are grateful and glad with your son. He's doing a great work. And he always asked me this, Mom, he only taught this? I don't know more. No, he only taught this.
You want to share with us what Jesus looked like? Were you wearing any of that?
Well, something that I do this 11 years is trying to find a picture most similar than what I saw. It was very difficult. I tried, well, this is something that almost made me crazy. So I thought, I have to go slow down. And I can guarantee that I didn't find anyone, even that girl, the famous speaker, that the girl, oh, I read and saw and trying to find everything. But I can try to describe you something. It was a long face, long nose. It was pink eyes, and what is this? I don't know anything. Eyebrows was something very, when I look, was very calm. I felt something calm. I can tell you that I found a picture that is not what I saw, but there is some little thing that I saw. And I think I have this, but I cannot show you right now. But I didn't find anything exactly what I saw. And then I tried to draw, which was a disaster. No. And sometimes I think, wow, if I could pay someone that I can describe, those people that work in the policy or something, I would love to pay someone to do this. But I don't know anyone that's working on this. I think that is what I can tell you. He was not blonder with blue eyes. That I can guarantee you. He has fire in his eyes. Fire.
Thank you for your story. Thank you for sharing with us. How has this experience changed your life, just in day to day?
Well, my mom is the person that most knows me. And she said, oh, my daughter died today. This is unfortunate. But I like this more. Well, there is a lot of things different. Let's start by my marriage. Let me give you something to show you how it changed. I try to love him with charity, not with my heart, with my passion or hormone. It's different now. I love him with charity. And what is charity? The scripture tells us. How can I love someone with charity? Charity, that is the word. Charity. This is the main thing. And I also can guarantee that I have more charity for my kids. For example, I was a woman that was trying to protect my son, doing the things to them. Now I am aware that they have to live their lives. I cannot guarantee or protect them for anything. I have to learn with them. I have to see them making the wrong choice and suffer, and I have to keep going and still loving because Lord loves us in the way that we are and love that one outside that is killing someone or doing something bad. So I understood this. For my husband, before I was always comparing him with the other men, and he was losing all the time. Now I compare him with Jesus. And do you know, I realized that he's trying to be like Jesus. And I'm so glad for this. And it's making me love him more. And I think I have more patience with the difference. We live in a world that hates difference. People hate someone that is different. We are all the same in any part of this world, any culture, any language. We are all sons of and daughters of God. I am more, I don't have this word in English. I respect the way that people are, the way that they are. Thank you.
I know it's hard for a person to come up and tell the story. I know the criticism that we probably receive from other people. My question is this, if you died and you came back, were you told that you had to be back here for a reason? Were you given a mission of sorts to come back? And what was that? Do you know?
Well, at the beginning, I was very confused, and sometimes I was very happy because I was back and I have children, I have family, my husband. And sometimes I say, I want to be with Jesus, why am I back? So I was a little at the beginning, it was difficult. But after I lose my fear of speaking with people and people laughing or people liking or I felt that the Lord just wanna give me the opportunity to speak about him and love as the way that I learned he loves. It's difficult. I'm trying to show to my family and people that surround me how Jesus loves. I'm trying to talk more about love, forgiveness, and I wrote the book, but I think that I have to continue trying to doing these simple things. I don't need to make a Hollywood movie about my story. I don't need this. I need to, for the people that surround me, I can do my work on that place. And while they're doing the other place, and we are doing those things, and we can do a lot of things. And then I have to continue this. This is the 11 talk that I do. Well, it was 11 years. It's only one for a year. But that's okay, I'm here, the Lord knows, if someone call me, I'll never say no, I'll speak to them. And I'll try to be a sample to people, not only talking like I'm doing this. When they look to me, I'm trying to be a sample when they look what I do, how I live, the way that. I think that is enough. I think he is happy with this.
The blessing, obviously, a great miracle happened. He went sleeping on the left side. And then you just said that your husband has great faith. So to speak more, I know you weren't there.
Well, I speak about this with my husband a lot of time. We talked about this for a long time. And well, when he told me about his experience trying to convince the doctor to give me a blessing, he said, well, the doctor was looking to me as if I was mad or crazy, or I don't know how to say this. But I knew that if I could give you a blessing, I will not ask for the Lord to send me back. And when the doctor gave him permission to come, my bishop told me, I was surprised for the word that your husband said with his blessing. I say, what, bishop? And he said, I thought he would implore for you to be better. Look, he only put his hand in your head, and he said, Lord, I'm here to tell you that if you need her, that's okay. But if you can, we still need her here. We have children. We still need her, but you decide what you do. So I think that told me he is a very faithful man, and because of this, he will see some miracles. Well, until now, he said, some miracles. I saw you, I need to see more. Did I answer you? Thank you.
Since the doctors have pretty much declared you dead on arrival, what was their explanation of you having such a recovery? What did they say to you?
Well, at the hospital, I always have a lot of visiting people. They knock my door and they work in the hospital and in the rehabilitation center, and they say, we came here to see you because you were very famous. The whole hospital is telling about you. You were the miracle. Well, Dr. Griffin was my surgery, and I say, doctor, do you know what happened with me? He said, we could send you to Harvard to study your case because we don't have any answer. And I told him, the answer is Jesus. And I give the book to him. I don't think we don't have any other answer. Sorry. Did I answer you? Thank you.
Hi, English my second language also, I'm from South Korea. But I have a question, how old does Jesus look like when you saw him?
Oh, I like this question because I was very surprised with this. For me, it looks like 25, not more than this. 25. Yes. Well, let me share something with you guys. Do you think that God is a very old white head sitting in a throne? God is in her better condition. Do you think he's an old man with a big hair, big bar, an old? No, he's not this. I am sure. He's a God. He's in his best perform. Thank you.
You were in the coma for 40 days? How long did it feel to you, your dog?
Can you repeat, please?
Recording? You were in the coma for 40 days, but how much time passed when you're there?
How much time passed for?
How much time did it feel to you? Was it? It was 40
Oh, when I feel me back,
How long did you feel you were gone for?
I didn't understand what exactly.
How long did it seem like you were gone? On the other side. On the other side.
You were gone?
How long did it seem to you to take while you were on the other side?
Vania,
An hour, a day?
passar 40 dias.
Ah.
Mas, para você, quanto tempo você sente que
Ah, okay, I got it, your question. Sorry. Okay, well, I thought it was like some hours, not days or weeks or nothing like this, only hours, not a long time, not long time. Did I answer you? Thank you. There is another here.
For you know,
Yes, we can listen.
an experience like this is so far, beyond words. What was it like trying to write a book about it when language falls so short of capturing what's beyond language? What was that like?
Well, it took me like 5 years. It is difficult. Well, this book is my legacy for my posterity and for all the other people. And I got a son that got married. I have a son that got married to a Mexican girl, so I have to write in Spanish, and I speak Portuguese. I have another that got married to an American guy, and my another granddaughter speaks Portuguese and English, and I wrote in English and I wrote in Portuguese. It took me a lot of money and a lot of time because I have to pay to people to help me. It was very difficult, but I can guarantee you that even in any one of these languages, it's easy to explain what I lived. I think that even in these 3 languages, I couldn't put everything I was living. I don't think we have words in this earth that could explain this. Anyone? Did I answer a question? Thank you.
Well, lots of people mention that as well, it's ineffable. They can't express it.
I have a silly question. When you mentioned that Jesus appeared to be about 25,
Mhm.
I'm wondering, since you came back, one of the things that happened to me is I couldn't tell people's age. Everybody looked 25. And I've been able to focus and get beyond that somewhat. Did you have that experience? I mean, it's not important, but I'm curious.
Okay, let's see if I understood your question. That Jesus was Luke 25 and that you thought everybody was Luke 25?
So, yeah, after I came back. people
After
would
you
say,
come back, everybody was very,
Everybody was young to me.
oh, yes?
Everybody would meet someone and then later someone would say, well, how old was that person or whatever? And I'd say, well, I think they were about 25 or 30. Did you have that experience?
No, I didn't have this experience. I can guarantee that I even didn't have this experience that they look like younger for me. But I can guarantee that my husband is handsome, more handsome. I am totally falling in love for him after this. I don't know what Jesus meant here. I love him. Oh, he left. He's so shy.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I had the privilege when I was in California to meet what would one day be a man who'd be a prophet. And when I looked into his eyes, I didn't see eyes. I saw charity of eternity. I didn't see pupils. And I was really not taken back because I'd never looked into somebody's, eyes like that. Would you describe that that is the fire that you talk about? Because we know Jesus Christ is the light and life of the world.
Yeah,
And so of course he emulates light beyond we realize. Just curious if when you describe it.
I can guarantee that when I say that his eyes was fire, it wasn't the color, it wasn't the power that I felt. I saw fire, flames in his eyes. I saw flames. I can guarantee. I'll never forget this. Did I answer?
It may not be that relevant, but your communication with your father and Christ, was it in terms of words in your head in Portuguese or English or?
Do you know, I like this question because I didn't tell you what happened when I woke up of the stroke. My husband started speaking with me in Portuguese. I couldn't understand nothing. And then we realized that I could speak or understand Portuguese. My husband was desperate, and we spoke with the doctor that made the surgery, and he said, "Don't worry, these things happen." I made the surgery in a musician, and he couldn't took anything for 3 months. She will speak Portuguese again. And I was in the hospital, and I have a psychologist make speech, something, an exercise. And in 3 weeks after I woke up, I was understanding and speaking Portuguese, but it was with a horrible accent that my family was laughing. And it took 1 year to disappear. But even now, when I'm very tired, it come back. My husband said, "Go to sleep, you are tired." So because of this, answering your question, everybody say they spoke with you in English. So only this can answer. I don't know, my friend. Maybe. I don't know. Thank you, my friends.